Yes. All right. So the reversals are for the karmics and the uprights are for the divine. Um, the reason why they're holding on to this masculine, either they don't like them, is because they were promised by doing this that they were going to receive somebody. So the karmic is mad because it's like, why should I give you to divine feminine when the person that I wanted don't even want me? So it's like she tried to make divine feminine feel like divine masculine didn't want her because those are her emotions. And now that when this masculine leaves, what is she gonna do? Because now she got 2 kids that she gonna raise on her own. And this masculine knows that she's not mentally stable, and he brought kids into the world, and she might fight him, like try to make it a messy separation. She feel like she got a lot on this masculine, so she's not gonna let him go that easily. Divine feminine is ignoring the situation. He's trying to call on her now that he needs help because he thought he had it under control, but he didn't realize how crazy this karmic is. She's not trying to allow him to go forth because she, she's in her feelings. The same way the masculine was in his feelings about how divine feminine walked away. But regarding the situation, it makes sense. So he prematurely made a decision based off his emotions, not understanding the situation, not realizing like, okay, I'm not single. I do got multiple females that I'm talking to. And we didn't talk about what we was going to do. But, he's trying to ask her questions and she's lying about it. But the way that she's talking to him is confirming for him that what his intuition is telling him. Yeah, that the emotions that he has for divine feminine is hard to hide now, and he's realizing that he can't, or maybe he's realizing that this karmic feels like she can't trust him, is why she's always questioning him and talking to him, and he's realizing that she might be able to tap into his. He probably thinks that each female is different, but everybody has the same type of. Cause so his second baby mama, she probably tried to tap into his memory. Like, what did you do when you went outside? I need to know because I don't want whatever. He doesn't realize that the karmic could do the same thing. Like, try to gather information from him and make him think about certain things without him actually knowing that that's what she's doing. So he wants to come towards you and tell you the truth because he realized that you're the creative one, and you try to explain your ideas to yourself, and the karmic is interfering. But when she tries to do it, it's like, this is not what I imagined. Like, yeah, you said you were going to get cheese and crackers and all that stuff like that, but this is not the right kind of fruit. This is not the right kind of cheese. Like, you said that you was going to buy a box of crackers, go to the store, get some fruit. You didn't say it was going to come put together already. You resisting temptation. I feel like this divine masculine is emotional because he doesn't know, after everything that he said, if you would accept his apology, if you would be able to trust him. But you have to express those feelings. He feel like you gonna do, but he realizing like the things that he assumed about you, he went through with the karmic. And when he found that out, he wanted to see how far the karmic would go, or play the game. But while he was playing the game, he didn't realize how much time had passed. had passed. So now this karmic is worried about a foundation because she lost contact with divine feminine on how to keep this masculine, because I kept hearing him say like, dang, stop responding to her because you telling her how to keep me. And it's like, I'm not responding to her. Every time I respond to her, it's something negative. So that's why he like, dang, but every time I respond to you, it's something negative. So, and every time I respond or whatever, something like that. So he's realizing that they tried to confuse him and make him feel like Yeah, if he chose, yeah. So now he's realizing, like, dang, y'all the ones that told me this. So, but y'all said that it was about her, knowing that it was about her. So now he gonna say, well, since I don't, cause people pleasing and a group of people that you created as a family, and that you have a bond with or whatever. He's realizing, like, you know what, I don't need y'all. I ain't hurt, like, basically. So now he's speaking up. They worried about their stability, cause they didn't think far into it. They had their mind, the karmic had their mind set on one thing, and that was how to keep this masculine away from divine feminine and all this other stuff. And that took a lot of energy. So she figured, like, well, okay, I got it in the bag anyway, so I'm gonna just stay at home while he go to work. But then the pandemic happened, and it was like, dang, you finna go back to work? He collected unemployment and blah blah blah. But a decision has to be made. And he's trying to weigh his options and make sure that he's right in making the right decision. Meanwhile, divine feminine, divine masculine, y'all have opportunities coming towards y'all for the betterment of y'all future. And you don't have time to be thinking like, dang, can I trust this person, or should I allow them in? And like, is this the person that's going to support me, or is this the person that's going to scam me, type stuff. The end of something. I'm going to say this, the end of your struggles, your worries, and, maybe you're no longer waiting for this masculine to come. Or if you are waiting, you're not like daydreaming about it, because, it could be the karmic interfering or trying to connect with you as divine masculine's energy. And while you fantasizing about him, they're tapping into your energy. An apology. This opportunity's coming, or somebody had an epiphany. The masculine had an epiphany that he was trying to be something for this karmic to prove to her that he not gonna hurt her and he can help her. But that's the energy he was supposed to give to divine feminine. And it doesn't matter who you're giving the energy to, whoever it's meant for, it will reach. So if you ever feel like, oh, you crossing the line, if y'all ain't married, there's no line that can be crossed, because especially if you know, like, you don't know, ain't nobody gonna admit, like, yeah, I know that this your person, and all, you feel me? That no, they want to play mind games and all that stuff like that. So they were mad at how often divine masculine and divine feminine were communicating, because they had to, pretend and all this other stuff, and it was causing conflict in their regular day life. So they was trying to cause confusion. It's like, okay, you know what? You change your mind too much. I don't want to connect with you no more. I don't want to contact you no more. But they didn't expect that by that happening, they wouldn't have access to divine masculine's emotions anymore, because he has feelings for divine feminine. Like, he don't even want to. Yeah, he feel like there's no connection anymore. And you're relaxing because you doing your part and you just waiting. Yeah, there's no connection no more. You doing you. They it's like, I thought that we was going, like, that's the way I planned for it to happen, but it's not happening that way. Like, I don't feel it anymore, type stuff. Pretty but painful. Like, yeah, we got kids, and whatever you gonna do is what you gonna do, but you can't trap me anymore. Like, common sense, if that's the way that you feel already. And they said that he's gonna have recordings of this karmic saying this stuff, throwing him ultimatums and stuff, so that when it comes down to the custody, that he could have full custody of the kids. And that was that single father. You have very important opportunities coming up. These karmics are trying to stop you, steal. Keep working hard. Of course, they gonna lie and deny and stuff like that, but you healing yourself. You're not worried about nobody else. They don't understand that it's a bigger picture than them thinking that they're stopping divine masculine from being with divine feminine. They thought it was sweet, but they're gonna have a lot of issues trying to, the very thing that they was scared of happening by them being alone, or trying to over celebrate saying that, I got your man, I took him, or yeah, the plan's working, she's not gonna do this and that and the third no more. But it was sending off information to the guardian angels that people are turning, like you have to pay attention to your people, because now they're getting beside themselves thinking that they're more superior than you. Yeah, and they headed down the wrong path, trying to use the wrong sources. The masculine can't hide how he feels anymore, and divine feminine just trusting the process. Like whatever happens, he realizing that he never had control, that he was a part of a plan. Divine feminine, masculine protected. So even though he's being controlled by the karmics, he's protected because the way that he thought he was going is the reason why he went that way. And so now the same way divine feminine had to defend her honor, the masculine is going to have to defend his honor. And then he's going to have to go through the process of realizing and things being exposed to him what these karmics did to him. And that's going to take their karma. They falsely led you, and they surprised that you're not as weak as they thought you was. So I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. But yeah. Then with this I have playing along. Ask and you shall receive from the universe. Feel like they're taking advantage. Say no. Return the favor. A different story. Knowing what they want to say versus what they actually say. Then I only asked her to marry me because I know that when I got the download about what my person would say, she didn't say what my person would have said. So what divine feminine would have said was no, because their divine feminine and divine masculine are not in union with each other. So how could divine feminine want to marry him if they haven't even built a bond? So he's coming to you with a fresh start because that's what his guardian angels want him to do. They kept leading him towards divine feminine and not the karmic. And that's how he know that the karmic was trying to interfere with his connection to the universe. And because, I don't know. But so he's expressing his feelings and watching this karmic get mad because her insecurities about if he's messing with somebody. And it's like, I know you messing with that girl. That's why she's trying to connect with divine feminine. Divine feminine not connecting because divine feminine not telling her how she would do it. So if even if the karmic did get like, okay, I want to go like whatever activity you want to do, however she do it, like say they do it on land, you probably do it in the air or on water. So now they have to watch you, realizing that they're not on your level, that this masculine is still coming towards you because you are the healthier like, oh, and also he said, dang, like, okay, I got an image of him like what's that John Hancock where Will Smith played the person where he was sitting on the bench passed out drunk and all that stuff like that, and then divine feminine came in and he sat up and tried to get himself together, like, that's not how he did it, but, you know, he was in a drunken state and he's just sat up like, okay, this is my time to shine, but realized he wasn't ready. So then he used this karmic to get ready, but the karmic got mad because when the masculine thought that he would use this karmic, he didn't know that this karmic was sent by the karmics. This karmic feminine knows these group of people that know divine masculine and divine feminine situation. So they all convinced this karmic feminine to do this so that they could take the fall for the karma that was going to come from divine feminine, because divine feminine was catching on to what they were doing and she wasn't giving the reactions that they wanted, but they were still receiving karma. So it's like she has to know. That's why she's coming around to see if we're receiving the karma, just like we was trying to see if she's receiving the black magic that we put on her, to see if, you know. But now he's looking back and realizing, like, this is not my wish fulfillment. I need to go apologize to divine feminine. And they said the karmic feminine might throw him ultimatums, but he's ignoring it because you can't sit around and have these feelings and not be able to express them. And the person that you're with is not helping you express those feelings. What is that person there for? So the truth, he gonna tell the karmic the truth, and he's gonna be protected, and he gonna see, like, okay, now I can make my move because I know that I'm gonna be good. And the karmic might even say, well, if she don't accept you, you can come back, but I'm going to allow you to, you know, see if, you know, or if you just need to give me a little more time, or if I need to change my ways, because maybe even a lesson for the karmic feminine to see if this masculine walk away, what, you feel me? How would she be able to react or respond to it? And everybody feeling miserable now because they don't know what's going to happen. They are lucky that divine feminine is not the same crazy as they are for what they tried to do to her, that, you know, she didn't say, like, fully whatever they tried to do to me is going to be done to them. But, like, letting the universe take control, not her actually physically doing something herself. But as for somebody else, that might not be the same. And while this masculine thinks that it's about the karmic feminine, it could be about him. So you never know why people are, you know, why people control their emotions, because we know that if we black, there's no turning back. That, like, I had a full-on blackout moment where I didn't realize what was happening. I was just in go mode and ready to pound some and, like, be some, like, and I'm heavy-handed. I'm strong. I'm real strong. So it's like my instinctual thing to do, like, you know, that's like you grow up watching cops all day. You might be interested in being a cop or something. If you grow up and watch Snapped all day, and your instinct, that's your instinct. So if somebody come up to you and your instinct is to break their fingers, you could get penalized for that. You can't react off your emotions all the time, because you don't know fully what you're capable of when put into a situation. But you don't even want to take it there because you don't want it to go that far for you to find out and then be locked behind bars. You know, it's best to just walk away, let that person have it, let them say what they're gonna say, because at the end of the day, you done killed them in your mind 50 million ways. So